It started with a news report about a new virus, then the hospital hallways filled with people bleeding from their noses and mouths, their skin taking on a strange, grayish tint. Despair gave birth to the first wave of monsters. Order crumbled like a sandcastle. The city became a hunting ground. Twisted, human-shaped things chased down and tore apart anything that moved. The girl looked back. On the clogged highway, cars wailed in endless, helpless blares. Flames leaped into the sky, dancing a wild death waltz. Like a lone survivor in a wasteland, she sped toward the city's backside. She cut through the abandoned industrial zone and disappeared into the woods. Her underground bunker sat quietly beneath a small hill. The moment the steel blast door sealed shut, the chaos and terror of the outside world vanished. She stood in her 150 square meter hideout. 5 years worth of food, water, and medicine. Every ounce of her over-preparedness, every doomsday what-if she'd planned for, finally gave her something she hadn't felt in days. Hope. That first day would stay branded in her mind. In every survivor's mind, like a scar. She didn't even realize how often she thought about it. Today marked day 21 in the bunker. So much had happened. It felt like centuries. A mudslide had sealed her only way out. But it couldn't bury what lurked in the hearts of men. The rumor spread like the plague she'd outrun. A healer was out there. Survivors whispered it. Early stage awakened chased it. Today, they found her. Hummingbird spotted them first, strange figures moving through the trees. One twitched with unnatural speed. Another crackled with sparks dancing across his palm. Awakened. Early stage. They hadn't joined the military. They'd come chasing legends, hunting for the cure, hoping to swallow godhood and bend fate to their will. They tore through the landslide-scarred land, digging, scraping, sniffing at dirt like starving dogs. Every shovel strike rattled through the girl's skull. They were getting closer to her bunker, closer to the buried fortress she called home. One man, filthy, eyes bloodshot, ripped aside a wet clump of rotting brush with his bare hands, 10 meters above her head. She could almost picture the black dirt caked under his nails. Then, a sound. Low, fast engines tore through the manic symphony of the forest. Green armored vehicles, military insignia fresh on their flanks, crushed fallen trees under heavy tires and muscled into the clearing. Doors slammed open. A dozen soldiers poured out, tactical and sharp, forming a perimeter in seconds. They moved to contain the awakened. The awakened froze, fear and defiance twisting their faces. The spark wielder's eyes flashed. Electricity snarled in his palm. The soldiers answered with bullets. His body locked up. The spark died, bitter and unfinished. Teeth clenched, hands raised slow. The others, awakened and infected alike, backed away from the dig site, pushed step by the muzzles aimed at them. Order restored. An officer approached the patch of looser ground the awakened had been frantically clawing at. He crouched, picked up a fistful of soil, rolled it between his fingers, studied the ground. Then his gaze swept upward and stopped, somewhere near the hill, somewhere above the bunker. He gave the order. The soldiers moved in. Professional-grade shovels bit into mud and tangled roots. Their rhythm was faster, cleaner, more efficient than the awakened's feral scratching. Every scrape, every thud, traveled through the earth, 10 times louder, 100 times closer. Lucky paced anxiously around the girl's legs, growling low. Sweat soaked through her clothes. They were too good. It wasn't a matter of if they'd find the hatch. It was when. Despair coiled around her chest like cold vines. She stared at the feed from Hummingbird, watching the soldiers peel away layer after layer of the dirt above her. Then something caught her eye. A woman. The only woman in the search detail. Short hair tucked beneath her helmet, turned just slightly away from her squad. She glanced up, casual, barely a flicker. Her eyes landed on the bush where Hummingbird was hidden. And for 1 microsecond, she stopped. The girl's heart missed a beat.